Yes, there are so many opportunities in our world today, but it's hard to predict which of these opportunities would define the important storylines of your career. Hence, your brain needs to be more spontaneous. But how can that be? Not everybody has this quality, but I believe that it can be learned. Okay. So today I'm going to show you how to train your brain to be more spontaneous. Okay. All right. My name is Promise Breno, and I welcome you to the League of Champions training. If today is your first time, kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever I drop content. Okay. Every week I drop content of similar magnitude, and I believe that your life will not remain the same. Okay. All right, so without further ado, let's delve into what we have today. So I came across an article and about on this topic, and I'm going to be sharing that with you today. Okay, so don't go anywhere because your life is about to change. Your life is about to shift level. Okay. Okay, so how can we train our brain to be more spontaneous? Now, I'm going to be sharing three things you need to do in order to train your brain to be more spontaneous. Okay. All right. Now, some people are willing to take advantage of opportunities that lie in front of them, while others fear to step off the path they have set for themselves. The thing is, some people, it's just natural to them to they're just go-getters. Okay. And probably genetically they've inherited this. Okay, maybe their parents are like that, but a lot of people, majority of people doesn't have this attribute, probably based on genetics or based on the programmings that have been installed in them from their environment or where they grew up from. So hence, a lot of people are not spontaneous. Their brains are not spontaneous to respond to opportunities. And that is what has crippled them, up to now in the same spot. Okay. Now, if you are the kind of person who wants to know what's coming before trying new thing, then you might benefit from taking a few more chances. The thing is that if you're somebody that wants to calculate the risk, you want to look at, you want to you're that kind of person that says seeing is believing, then you have to think twice, because if you would actually put your fears behind you and take that step to that next level, then that could be the storyline of your career. That could define the important storyline of your career. Okay. Now, your work life and your personal life are okay. Your work life and your personal life too, for that matter, will likely benefit from a willingness to take advantage of new opportunities as they arise. Now, what they're trying to say here is that your life, your work life, your personal life will actually benefit if you start taking more steps. If you start taking more steps, if you start taking more venturing into new things. There's this common thing that there's this common saying which goes, nothing ventured, nothing gained. So if you don't venture into something, there's less likelihood that you're going to gain something. So you have to venture into something, then there'll be something out of it. Like, it's just like if you don't enter into an exam hall, then there's no possibility to get a certificate. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Okay. Now let's proceed. All right. So basically, your work life and everything will benefit from taking new steps. So after all, it's hard to predict in advance which project, situations, or engagement will be the ones that define the important storylines of your career. So it's hard. There are so many opportunities, and a lot of people tell the opportunity comes once. I don't believe that. I believe that people have numerous opportunities. They might come in different dimensions, in different stages, at different times, but we all have access to a lot of opportunities. It depends on where you are, your geographical location, but we all have access to opportunities. And now that we live in a global village, like there's computer everywhere, almost everywhere, we can access the internet in so many locations, and there's computer in almost every location. So there are so many opportunities that we can access There's so many opportunities that we can access if we take opportunity. But the thing is that we don't know which of these opportunities are likely to be the ones that will define the most important storylines of your career. So if you don't do them, how will you know? But when you keep grinding and keep going and keep taking those steps, one of them will be the one. So listen, the distance between you and your next level is just one step. Just one step, but which of the steps? You see why you need to be spontaneous? You see why you need to take more steps? Okay, so I'm going to show you. Just hold on, don't go anywhere. I'm going to show you. Okay, I'm going to show you. So don't go anywhere. All right. So if you avoid new situations, then your career can only take one path you have already envisioned for yourself. If you avoid new situations, your career will only take one path, right? You'll be a one-sided person, okay? Your career will only take one path. So you're not going to benefit from other aspects. You're just concentrated on one path. So this is why you need to take steps. You need to be spontaneous, but you can't do it if you don't have the quality, if you don't train your brain to do that. Every part of our body have been designed in such a way that you can command it, you can train it to do whatever you want it to be. For example, if you want to have bigger arms, like, or bigger chest or muscles, or you need to go to the gym, isn't it? You go to the gym, you train yourself, and when you train yourself at the gym, then you see that those places develop. Okay, so every part of our body has been designed in such a way that you have to train them, and whatever thing you train them to be, that's how they're going to be. So your body, your system responds to stimulus. It responds to the activities you expose it to. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Okay. Now, if you have trouble being spontaneous, then you're probably low in a personality characteristic called openness to experience. Now, this openness to experience is kind of like kind of a situation whereby you are spontaneous, so you're open to experience. But if you lack this spontaneity, if you lack it, then you don't have this attribute, this personality of being open to experience. Okay, now this openness to experience reflects how you are motivated when faced with new situation or opportunity. Now, a lot of people see opportunities, see problems as opportunities. So whenever there's a problem, they are happy because they know that this is an opportunity for them to move to that next level. Whereas majority of people panic when there's a problem. They don't see the brighter side of it, and hence they remain in the same level because they're not taking any step. They just focus on one thing, and the percentage that one thing they're doing would take them would kind of like skyrocket their career is very slim. Okay, so if you try so many things, like if you venture into so many things, now there's a possibility that one of them will be that one. So as I told you, you just need one step, one action to take you to that promised land. Sometimes you just need one word. Just one word can take you to that next level. Just one thought, just that one creativity can be something that will launch you to the whole world to see. Do you understand? There's so many stars today that only one thing they did launched them to the whole world. Only one music they released, only one track from their album launched them to the whole world, announced them to the whole world. Okay, but how can you do all these activities now if you're not spontaneous? Okay, just hold on and stay tuned. Okay, all right. People in high openness find new situations full of opportunities to be explored. They do not want to miss out on those potential benefits. In contrast, people low in openness are concerned about the potential problems or dangers that may lurk in new situations. Now, people who have this high openness, who have openness to experience, who have it in abundance, they're actually excited whenever there's problem because they know that this is an opportunity for me to upgrade. But people who are low in it always look at the risk, okay? They always look at the dangers of venturing into new things, okay? Now, they prefer their comfort, they prefer the comfort of the known to the threats of the unknown. You know, if you want to succeed in life, you have to prefer, okay, you have to prefer the threats of the unknown to the comfort of the known. You have to be willing to step into the unknown, okay? And listen, there are people who wants to step into the unknown. Whenever they get motivated, whenever they attend seminars, whenever they attend trainings like this, they are pumped up to step into the next level. They are pumped up to move into the next realm. But then, in their head, their head is not cannot contain it. Like they don't have that momentum, they don't have that that ability, they don't have that skill, they don't have that though the desire is there, but there's no skill to do that. In this training, this is what I'm going to be sharing with you briefly. Okay, I'm going to be sharing with you briefly 3 ways you can train your brain. Okay, 3 ways you can train your brain to be more spontaneous to new opportunities, to opportunities around you. Okay, all right. Now, number 1, practice outside of work. Practice outside of work. Okay. Now, for some people, being spontaneous is a problem only at work, but for many, it's something that is true across situations in their lives. Now, for so many people, because work is an official place and they are scared or they are afraid to make mistakes. Hence, they don't want to try something new because they know that if they make mistake, they will be kicked out, or they fear that they'll be kicked out. Okay, but if you want to train your brain to be more spontaneous, okay, so forget about work for now. If you're this kind of person, okay, then venture into or try into doing something new outside of work. If you fail, nobody's going to penalize you anyway. So you look at it that way. Nobody's going to penalize you. So practice. So this is like kind of practice. Okay. All right. Now, if that's true for you, then start your journey by saying yes to more opportunities or more things in your personal life where the risks are often smaller, because the risks of you trying something new outside of your work are smaller. Nobody's going to penalize you. So try doing it outside your work. Then if you resist a new activity with friends or doing something the way your partner or kids want to do it, drop your objection and go for it. So I'm telling you now, drop your objection and go for it. Go for your passion. If you're hearing me now, probably you've been thinking about it for a while now. You've come across something like this before, but you don't have the skill. You don't know how to do it. Now I'm telling you, take that step now. Drop your objections. All right, take that move. A lot of times, if you're trying to do something, you feel like a restraining in yourself. Yourself is restraining you. Okay, some hormones in your body are trying to restrain you. Are telling you that if you do that, you're going to die. If you do that, you're not going to survive. If you do that, well, listen, these are just feelings, right? People who achieve great things are people who are able to overcome their feelings. That are people who take steps regardless of what they feel. You get it? Okay? Don't let your feeling keep you in one place. Don't let your feeling restrict you or cage you in one place. So you need to step out of your comfort zone. All right? Take that step. And listen, it's not going to be easy if you take that step because your feelings are there. They're going to, but then if you take that step and you keep doing it, you keep doing it, you see that it becomes a habit. And this is what this training is about. Okay, training your brain to be more spontaneous. And with time, your brain becomes spontaneous and you start doing it. And you can even start doing it in your place of work because now you're a master. You're a master in taking risk. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Okay. Now, after it's over, that's after you've done all these things I've mentioned, then ask yourself whether the things you feared were going to happen actually occurred. those things that you're scared of, that you're going to die, this one. Now you ask yourself, after you've done that, after you've taken that bold step, and you've trained yourself, and now you've now mastered it, you've now mastered the craft. So later ask yourself, those things that you are afraid of, did they kill you? No, they don't kill you, and they've never killed anybody before. So don't be afraid, okay? Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Take that step now, and so that you start living your life to the fullest, okay? You live your life to the fullest, to the full capacity, all right? Important. Okay, you may not have fun doing new things the first time. As I said earlier, you might not like it. Your feelings might kind of be against you. But then it takes time to overcome your trepidation, and many new activities are ones you need to do a few times before they feel comfortable. So whatever you do consistently, all right, with time, you will do them conveniently. Let me say that again. Whatever you do consistently, with time, you will do them conveniently. So if you do them over and over, with time, it becomes comfortable for you to do them, because now it has become a habit. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? All right. So, all right, let's go. School. Okay, but each new experience you try builds up your courage to agree to another new thing. Now, each experience is kind of like building up for something new to come. You get it? So just like you cannot finish schooling, school cannot finish. Whether you finish your PhD, there's another one. There's another one post PhD, something, postgraduate school, post this one, post this one, post this. There are so many schools. You keep going, you keep gathering degrees. But then you can't finish high school and jump into PhD, right? Because you don't have the prerequisites. You don't have the prerequisite subjects or courses to start your PhD program. You don't have the certificate yet. So you need to go step by step. So, but then from high school, all right, it builds up other new skills for you to go into the university, then your bachelor's degree, then your master's degree, then your PhD. Do you understand what I'm trying? That's what this statement means. Okay? So important. Now, after you practice at home a few times, okay, give it a shot at work. As I said earlier, after you've done that, you've become a master in your home. Now, give it a shot at work. This is what is going to differentiate you between you, or this is what's going to differentiate you with your co-workers. You get it? They'll start wondering, who is this person? I know this person. Now, what has happened to him? What has happened to her? Because now you're now a new person. You've adopted a new theory. You've adopted a new way of life. Now your spontaneity level has increased, right? Your brain is now more spontaneous. You get it? Now, this is important. This is applicable to everybody. It doesn't matter which sphere of life you are. If you can master this, wow, you're going to achieve bumper harvest, like massive results in your life, right? Very, very important. So you got to seize this opportunity and see what happens. You got to seize it, okay? Now, number two, how to train your brain to become more spontaneous. Ask, which risk really matter? Ask yourself, the risk of failure, the risk that you're going to have after you failed in life, or the risk that is there, that is before you, just right there before you to act. Which one really matters? Which one really matters? Which one is more, which one is more dreadful? Which one is more consequential? Like, which one leads to more consequences? You get it? Okay. Now, of course, for every proverb, like, he who hesitates is lost, that suggests you dive into something new. There's another proverb like, look before you leap. These are just kind of old-fashioned proverbs and mindset. So let's digest them. Right? So listen. So this proverb that says, he who hesitates is lost. And this suggests that you dive into something new. Okay, kind of telling you that dive into something new, don't hesitate, dive into something new. Now, another proverb which says that look before you leap. So look, make sure that the road is clear, make sure that everywhere is safe before you jump. Okay, that's one proverb. Another proverb. Now, that reinforces the wisdom of careful deliberation. Now, this second proverb, or the latter proverb, suggests the wisdom. It reinforces the wisdom of careful deliberation. You have to deliberate. What if? What if? Look at the check the logistics. Check the is everywhere okay? Is the road clear? You know, all this, and all that. All right. Now, so how can you overcome the need to be sure that every risk has been addressed? Now, these are the kind of questions. How can you be sure? How can you, how can you overcome the need to be sure that? So now, how can we do that now? How can we do that? How can we overcome the need to be sure that every risk has been addressed? So it's important to figure out which risk really matter in your workplace, in your home, blah, blah, blah. You can address this in two ways. Now, there are two ways you can address, okay, you can figure out which risk really matters in your workplace. Number one, find a person who seems to be successful at taking new opportunities as they arise. Talk to them about what they see as the biggest downside to trying something new. Seek to understand the way that people who are more open to experience than you are kind of willing to kind of evaluate situations. So ask questions, ask people. If you know somebody who is spontaneous, who always take, like, once there's an opportunity, before you know it, they've gone there, they've applied. Once this, ask them, okay, ask them questions. Ask them questions to understand what is the downside to trying to do something new. Because if you understand the downside, the risk to trying to do something new, then you will know how to overcome them. Do you understand? So you need to know. If you don't know what the problem is, you can't overcome. A lot of people don't just know why they don't take risk. A lot of people don't just know why. Like, if, for example, someone brings a news about an opportunity and tells, and everybody's excited about it, they too might be excited about it, but then you see them procrastinating. They're always the ones that always procrastinate. Like, a lot of people, and maybe they've been looking for something like that for a long time, but they just keep procrastinating because now they're looking at, like, okay, maybe it kind of suggests that, maybe they feel like if they apply for this new opportunity, they're going to lose what they have currently, and they always have this impression with this proverb, old-fashioned proverb: a bird at hand is worth more than millions in the bush. Now, if you're somebody who is willing to succeed, I think you need to drop this. A bird at hand is more than millions. Then that means you just stick with the bird at hand, and you will not go. You won't go. Like, a lot of people who have this kind of mindset, they don't go far. They don't go far in life. If you want to go far in life, there are so many mindsets you need to drop. So many programmings that our generation, the world, has installed into you. You need to drop them. You need to drop them. Okay. So first is to have a conversation with people who are spontaneous, who are already masters in their brains being spontaneous. Number two, how to analyze the risk. Okay. Number two, recognize that there are some common fears that are not as significant as they seem. Many people at work fear taking social risks. They do not want to give presentations to groups, to lead meetings in front of big clients, or to engage with top leaders of a firm. People are concerned that they will say, concerned that they will say or do something wrong that will create negative impression. No, so look at this. Look at this, like, recognize that there are some common fears that are not as significant as they seem. Like, now, if you've overcome these things now, that's when you look back, you say, oh, is this thing I'm afraid of? Is this thing I've been afraid of all this while? Like, this thing is just, it was just nothing. You get it? But before you overcome that, you see, you kind of see it like a mountain. This is why you need to be visionary. You need to be visionary. If you're visionary, you would already have been seeing yourself in the next level. You get it? So if you think that way, then what you're seeing now is not the opposition. You only see your next level. So for me, remove your eyes from the obstacle. Okay? Focus on the target. Focus on what you want. If your eye is always on your target, on what you want, you won't see objections as the same. You won't see them as the same. Yeah, they are there, but they are going to become stepping stones for you. You're going to step on them. Do you understand? This is psychology. This is psychology. This is psychology. I hope you're getting what I hope somebody is being blessed. I hope somebody is getting something here. All right? Hope somebody is getting something here. Now, the risk of creating a really bad impression are quite low. Most talks people give are fine. Some are amazing, and few people remember the really bad talks they have attended. Leading a meeting is safe because you always have colleagues who can help to pick things up if there's a problem. And even when you do commit a faux pas, if a faux pas in public situation, most people don't remember it later. Now, the thing is, a lot of times you give presentations, and after presentations, you go out, you be kicking yourself, oh, I made a mistake. But the truth of the matter is, not people are not actually looking at the mistake. Probably not everybody even noticed the mistake. Maybe one person noticed it, but even if they notice the mistake, they just ignore it. Like they know that we're not perfect, and and you're still learning. Everybody's still learning. So a lot of times, it's just like sometimes people just have this emotional or mental wall. By the way, I made a video about mental wall. It's on my YouTube channel, so you can check it out later. Okay. Now, you need to break the mental walls if you ever be able to train your brain to be spontaneous. Now, mental walls can be mental walls of procrastination, mental walls of of low self-esteem, all those things. Mental walls of insecurity. A lot of people, like let's say women, they feel like some of them feel like they're not beautiful enough. And all along, this has affected their confidence. And they feel like if they take this opportunity to lead a meeting, they're going to make a lot of errors, or people are going to look at them for their looks and so on and so forth. But that's not true. A lot of people are not looking at you. A lot of people don't even care about what you wear. A lot of people don't even care about the shoe you're wearing. That's the fact. But a lot of times we feel like when we're moving out, or like when we're walking on the way, people are okay. I know in Africa, some people do mind, oh, what is this person wearing? But then if the person doesn't know you, listen, I think from my own opinion, I think that most people who don't know you, okay, don't really don't really care about your looks, or what the clothes you're wearing, or so on. Okay, maybe you're dressed, and it's not their taste, that kind of style of dressing, but they don't know you. You get it? So even if they have a negative impression, it doesn't it doesn't have to be your business, or it doesn't have to be a problem to you, because after all, they don't even know you, or they might not even know somebody who knows you that they will talk to the person about. So you just mind your business. Like, be confident, be enough in yourself, believe in yourself. Okay, believe in yourself. Do that, take that step. Believe in yourself, take that step. All right, do you understand? Now, the big lesson is that your fears are often more substantial than the actual risk, right? So get some advice on what you really need to watch out for, and don't let the other things, and don't let the other concerns get in the way. All right. Now, the third way on how to train your brain to be more spontaneous is to focus on benefits. Focus on benefits. Listen, the benefit always outweighs the risk of starting that business. Benefit always outweighs, in fact, it far outweighs the risk of fear, the risk of, the things that your emotions are telling you, the way you feel. The benefits are better. So look at the brighter side. All right. So there really is a mindset in which you focus on everything that can go wrong. right? There's a mindset which you can focus on everything that can go wrong. It's a mindset. When you are aware of most of the threats in the world, you will always, you will also discount the upside of opportunities. As a result, the advantages of trying something new may seem slim. Now, I'm encouraging you, I'm advising you to stay away from news, right? At least for now. If you stay away from news for now, then later on you will understand what I'm saying. Stay away from news, all these things, channels that brings bad news to you, channels that plant fear into you, that plants insecurity, low self-esteem. Stay away from them. Also stay away from people who discredit you, people who brings you down, people who look down on you. Okay, stay away from them. That's what I'm saying. This is my advice to you. Stay away from them. If you're ever going to be able to train your brain to be more spontaneous, stay away from these channels. Stay away from this kind of people, all right? This mindset is one you can shift just by looking on the bright side. So look on the bright side. Look on the green pasture of success. Look on the bright side, right? Really, when there's a chance to do something new, you may find that you generally gravitate to all the reasons why you shouldn't do it. Now, when there's an opportunity to do something new, this is when a lot of things, let's say for example, you got a new opportunity, but then the money you have in hand is what you want to use to do it. Okay, but then calls from the village, oh, I need money for this, calls from everywhere. All these things are targeting the seed you have, that you're supposed to inject, that you're supposed to plant in this opportunity. They're all targeting now. Why is it that all these calls didn't come in, all these messages didn't come in when you didn't see this opportunity? It is now it came. And people and Africans or Nigerians will say, oh, my village people have come again. No. So if you're focused on something, make sure you do it. Because if you do it and you achieve the result, then you'll be in better position to take care of these other little needs. If you concentrate on fixing the little needs or little things now, while you miss big opportunities, then you will remain stuck. You will keep fixing these new opportunities till you die, probably. You never do anything great with your life. So you need to sacrifice. You need to sacrifice that, you say, you know what? Listen, it doesn't matter the oppositions that are coming, it doesn't matter the causes that are coming, but I'm gonna do this. My eyes is on this thing. Because I know that when I'm able to fix this thing, then I'll be able to take care of those people that are calling me. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? I'm not trying to say you shouldn't help your people, you shouldn't help those around you, but then focus on the main thing. Focus on the main thing, okay? The channel that is going to bring harvest so that you'll be able to fix these little things. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So you can, once in a while, you can inject some money, little things into, so inject little things into little things. Inject big things into big things. That was my cogitation. All right. So sometimes you can support, but then the main thing, the main vision should be prioritized. Do you understand? Okay. Very, 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 very important. Very important. So really, when there's a chance to do something new, you may find that you generally gravitate into all the reasons why you shouldn't do it. Instead, stop yourself and think about one or two reasons why you should say yes. If you think about the reasons why you should say yes, it would kind of motivate you, and it's going to kind of cover up the fear, those things that you are afraid of. Now you become more pumped up to go for it. All right, do you understand? So not only will this help you to see a few reasons why you should do something, but you may also find that this helps make some of the potential reasons against trying it less important. So as I said, this if you concentrate on the benefits, okay, the benefit, if you look at the bright side, the benefit of doing these big things, it will make those other problems, those other reasons why you shouldn't do it, it will make them appear less visible. It's just like when light appears, darkness has to fade away, isn't it? So the more the light, the brighter the light, the fainter the darkness. And you come to a point whereby the light is shining so bright that darkness can't even stay there anymore. Do you understand? So this is simple logic that I want you to get into your head now. Okay. Now, if you practice this method frequently, you may find that you start to notice some of the benefits of opportunities without having to do intentionally. And that some of the disadvantages of spontaneity loom less large. Okay. And some of the disadvantages of spontaneity loom less large. It looms less large. The new mindset can actually become a habit. And if you're able to do these three things, then your brain, get ready, tada, your brain will be more spontaneous. Do you understand? This is very, very important. So I want you to start practicing these three things. All right? Start practicing these three things into your life. Practice outside your working place. All right. So charity begins at home. Once you've built your self-confidence, you've tried it over and over, you've become a master in it, you now practicalize it in your working place. All right, because you want to be exceptional in your working place as well, so that you can produce new results. Then also ask questions, ask people about who are already who have already trained their brains to be spontaneous, who are kind of like once they see opportunity, they go for it. Ask them, what are the risks? Like how have they been able to overcome this risk? Ask them all these things. This will help you to know the things you should work on, and you can also make them your mentor if possible. You can make them your mentor, so be accountable to them, so that whenever there's an obstacle showing up, they'll tell you what to do. Then lastly, you should focus on the benefits, right? So I'm going to leave you with these tips today. I hope that today is a new day for somebody, and I hope that somebody has been blessed. All right. So if you've been blessed and you enjoyed this content, please smash the like button and help us to share it with your friends. Okay. And if you've not subscribed to my channel, kindly subscribe and hit the notification bell, because every week I drop content. Like every week, every Sunday, I release content like this, or even better, about business training about business on the league. So this is the League of Champions training. So about business, about personal development, things that will help you in your business and in your personal life. Okay. If you have any question, don't forget to drop it in the comment section below, and I'll be more than happy to reply you. All right. Okay. Mr. Benga, how are you doing? Mr. Benga?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, I hope you've learned today.
Yes, yes. Thank you very much for the time.
All right. Okay, you're welcome. Okay, so viewers, till I come your way again, have a great time. See you in my next video. Bye-bye.